What's up, everyone, and happy Monday. I hope everyone is having a great day, a beautiful day, and a blessed day as always. Listen, you know how I like to say on these beautiful Mondays because, listen, although it's ugly outside over here where I'm at, you still have to not view Mondays as just a dreading start of the week because that's what happens. A lot of people like we dread Mondays. Well, we, not me, well, no longer we, not me, but oftentimes, you be like, oh Lord, it's Monday, and then it's like the start of the week. You feel like it's a slow start. It's just like a lot of people view Monday as like the worst day of the week. But like I say, how you start your week is how you end your week. So let's start our week positive, productive, and with purpose. So let's go ahead and get to this message so that we can get right and stay right. So before I was about to record a video, I was just laying in bed or whatever, and you know how sometimes you lay a certain way, like on like your arm or something or however, and you can kind of like hear your heartbeat, right? So I was laying down on my arm and I was listening. I can hear my heartbeat. So I was listening to it and it just sounded so calm. Like it wasn't beating fast. It wasn't like going at a, irregular pace or whatever. Like listening to it, like just was just so calm, and then it was just like at rest because my body was at rest. So it was just, for one, doing what it does. It was beating, and it was just the way that it was beating for me is where I got my message from today. And I can't even really explain it how I heard it, but it was just at peace and resting and just calm. So I started to think like, okay, my heart is beating like this because of what I'm doing, right? Because I'm laying down, I'm, resting, laying, I'm still, I'm not doing anything, I'm not moving. So therefore, my heart is beating according to what I'm doing. So then I started thinking of like, okay, exercise, because, I work out, I just came from the gym not so long ago. And it's the opposite from when you're exercising, right? What happens is your heart is beating harder, right? And it's all over the place and you almost kind of feel like it's about to pump out of your chest. But why is that? It's because according to what you're doing, because you're exercising and working out, your heart is beating according to that. And what happens as a result of that is like your heart gets stronger, right? It gets more healthier because you are working that part of your body, that muscle, which is going to allow it to become better, as well as a result on the outside, right? Your body is going to look better. Why? Because of, again, what you're doing. You're exercising. So then I went and I said, you know what? Isn't that just how we are in life when it comes to the things that we have, specifically the talents and the gifts that God has given us? Like, it's like our heart. We all have one. The same with gifts and talents. We all have them. But too many times, people are so, they spend so much time complaining and wondering why, they can't live a certain lifestyle, or wondering why they're only bound to, certain things in life. But again, it's because of what you are doing with what you currently have. See, we can't look and see somebody's heart from the outside, but we know that it's there. You know what I'm saying? And the only way we know, what type of talents or gifts somebody has, why, is because they are used it. They bring it out. Although we can't look at somebody and see their talents, we only see it when they begin to work them. So it's the same for you. Like, if you choose to work what it is that you have, the better that it will become. And too many times we are too focused on the things that we do not have. And whatever it is that you are trying to do, business, job related, just overall thriving a life in certain areas, you are too busy looking at how you can't qualify or why it is that you can't do something because of what it is that you don't have. And I'm here to remind some people today on this beautiful Monday that what you have right now is all you need to get started. Because if God wanted you to be able to have it all, then he would have given it to you all. He gave you just enough for you to get started with what you have. And the only way your life is going to change, the only way you're going to see results from the outside is if you use what God has given you on the inside. Because again, we all have something great, but you're never going to see it show up on the outside of you if you choose not to work it. So your life right now is according to what it is that you've been doing. The decisions that you've been choosing to make, right, is why your life is what it is. And you can sit there and look at what somebody else has and say, oh, I wish I had this. I wish. It's a lot of wishing going on in this world, because I used to be the person, oh, if I had what, such and such had, I know I'd be able to. Or if I had this or that, I know I'd be able to do. But because I don't have that, there's no way that I'll be able to do that because I don't have that. But have you ever really thought about what it is that you do have and how it is that you can work what you do have? Because once you begin to work what you do have, then you will see it become better. And as a result of that, God will continue to bless you with more. Because why? You have been faithful over what you have now. You have been stewarding, as they say in the Bible, over what you have, the little, because we can't despise small beginnings. We have to start somewhere. So whether it's, you feel like you have lack of money to start a business or doing anything, research doesn't cost money. Going to ask somebody, who you might feel like might give you some type of tips or advice, that doesn't cost money. Going on YouTube, following people who are doing what you are trying to do doesn't cost money. If you, are trying to, I'm going to use me for an example because I did the research thing. But even with the videos, you kind of first you start thinking of, okay, God, if I want to, record videos, well, I don't have, the fancy equipment or phone or lighting. God said, use the phone you got. You don't have to go out there and buy all this stuff to really make your videos pop like you were trying to think right now. All I'm asking you to do is give a message. So because of that, I'm going to need you to just use what you got. Use the phone you have now, and everything else will come into place. And that's what normally happens. Like when you just begin to move and work the things that you currently have and stop worrying about the things that you don't have, is when you will see things start to show up and get better. And then all of a sudden you have more resources than you didn't have when you first started. But it's only because you got started with working those gifts and those talents that you've seen that, okay, now things are starting to come together slowly but surely, and overall, you have to understand that things are going to take time. So it's not going to be that, okay, I'm going to start this and then the success is going to come so quickly. Oh, I'm going to get so good at it right away. No, it takes time. But it's just all about the consistency that you are putting in to better, equip yourself and work the talent and make sure that you are mastering the thing that God has given you. So with this, before I end, what I want to say is that your life is going to be whatever it's going to be according to the type of work that you choose to do, because it's about what you put in, because what you put in is what you get out of life. And that's going to also show your results. The same thing. That's what we have to understand. It's not about what we don't have. It's about what we do have and how we choose to work what we do have. So I hope that this message has helped, inspire, touched, blessed anyone who it has reached. And always, let's be motivated, but most importantly, let's stay inspired.